And the bull party continues today, Tuesday, January 11, 2022. Let's look at the charts and analyze the price action for today. Looking at the daily chart of the S&P 500, what a bullish day. I think it was even more bullish than yesterday because it was able to push above major pivot points and very strong resistance. Pushed above the 50-day, the 5-day, and the 20-day moving average. That was very impressive upside momentum. For tomorrow, levels I'll be watching will be around 46.75, that 50-day moving average. For resistance, around 47.20, 47.30, between the 20-day and the 10-day moving average. Anything in between here will be very choppy. I will continue to hold my shares and manage accordingly. Let's look at those levels using the hourly chart. Here's a support for tomorrow will be the 50-day moving average and that 46.70 major pivot point. Zone up here will be around 4700, which will be between the 20 and the 5-day moving average. Upside will be 47.20 and 47.30. Today's price action was very impressive. Found support around the 46.50 level and push higher above all these moving averages and never look back. Very impressive and no reason to sell. Remember, we're still in an uptrend, even on the intraday chart. See that? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a new all-time high next week based on how volatile this market has been the last few weeks. See that shape? That's like a 3-week period. Happened very fast. Next is the Nasdaq 100. Looking at the daily chart, still looks bullish. Still in an uptrend. We're still inside this big range up here. So trading could get very choppy very soon, especially once we reach this area up here where all these moving averages converge. Impressive day. Found support around that level, which has been support for the last few weeks. Bounced off that, push above the 100-day moving average, the 5-day moving average, and it closed near the day's high. Very impressive. For tomorrow, levels I'll be watching closely for resistance will be 15,900 and 16,000 if it makes it that far up. For support, 15,700 should be heavy heavy support, which is that pivot point and coincides with the 100-day moving average. There's no reason, give me no reason to sell any shares. But tomorrow I'll be watching, especially if it gaps up, I'll be watching these levels very closely. And I might end up selling some shares if it gaps up and start selling off. Conclusion, it was very bullish today. But I expect heavy resistance up here, especially if it tries pushing above that zone tomorrow. So far it's moving too much, too fast. Dow Jones, daily chart, beautiful uptrend. Found support again at the 50-day moving average. Reversed higher, pushing above the 20-day moving average. And that major pivot point around 36,200. For tomorrow, I would expect lots of resistance between the 5-day and the 10-day moving average. Support will definitely be the 50 and the 20. Chart looks good. Looking at the Semiconductor Index, still looks good. Back above the 50-day and the 5-day moving average. However, right above, there'll be lots of resistance, heavy resistance around that 3900, which has been an important pivot point. And right around that area would be the 20-day and the 10-day moving average. For support, the 50-day moving average and the 3800 level would be important support. It is currently trading in the middle of this range, so expect a lot of choppiness right in the middle and right between all these moving averages. So I would expect a pause here before pushing higher, but I think trading will get very choppy for this index. I will be watching it very closely tomorrow, as it will give me clues to see how the Nasdaq 100 behaves. Now take a look at the Russell 2000 Iwm Etf. The chart still looks very ugly. I think it's very difficult to trade this range. I think prices are very unpredictable. Pushing above the zone that was a resistance yesterday remains the same for tomorrow. Same for support. Up here, lots of resistance. We got all these moving averages, that gap. I mean, I would just watch it, but not even thinking about going long until we break above that 226, at least at 226, ideally that 228 level. We'll play it session by session. Good luck trading tomorrow, guys.